There may be 3 candidates on the ballot, but only one has any real shot at winning. Bashar al-Assad is virtually guaranteed a resounding victory Tuesday. He's seeking a third 7-year term as Syria's president. For the first time in some 50 years, Syrians will see more than one name on the presidential ballot, thanks to new rules allowing for government-approved challengers. But neither of the 2 additional candidates this year are expected to pull many votes away from Assad, who scored 97% in the last election. As a writer for The Guardian puts it, it is not so much an election. Everyone knows the result, after all. It's more like a headcount of government supporters. You see, the regime is touting the election as proof of a stable democracy, but the Syrian opposition and its Western allies say the vote is a far cry from free and fair. Voting is only taking place in areas under government control, and election laws exclude regime critics from running. Never mind the fact that it's pretty tough to hold a credible election in the midst of a bloody civil war. Opposition groups have called on their supporters to boycott the vote. The elections are clearly meaningless, says the director of the Organization for Democracy and Freedom in Syria. He writes in the Huffington Post, any so-called independent candidates are stooges of the regime, allowed to stand to give the appearance of democracy. This is not an election, but a foregone conclusion. The election has dashed hopes of ending the war through diplomacy. United Nations mediator Lakhdar Brahimi resigned shortly after the vote was announced. This as Assad seems to be growing in confidence, his forces having made major gains in recent months, while rebel groups have fought among themselves. A professor of international relations at the London School of Economics told CNN the regime is using the elections to send a message. It's a coronation of Assad. It's a celebration of his ability to survive the violent storm and basically go on the offensive. Syria is already claiming high voter turnout. Election officials from North Korea, Iran, and Russia will be on hand to monitor the vote. For Newsy, I'm Elizabeth Hagedorn, multiple sources, a broader view.